Hello, this is Horoscope with Elon Musk, and while I'm discussing the horoscope, I also try to explain you some of the yogas and the way the prediction is done, though I can't do it fully. Here we know that this is a horoscope of Musk and Mr. Musk, and this date is 28/6/1971, and the city is Pretoria, which is taken from the Wikipedia. So this, I assume, is right. So I here apply my other methods of Nadi, which is there. And if you look at, if I apply my other methods of Nadi, which which is very clearly which is there, and which does hold good, and it's a mix of things which I try to do. And if you see in his whole horoscope, if you look at the basics of his horoscope, he has Saturn and Venus together in the house of Taurus. So Saturn and Venus together itself is a very good combination. And in the house of Taurus, Taurus is all about family. It's all about finance. It has everything to do with finance and partnership in businesses. These are the two very important things which Taurus gives this thing. Saturn, Venus being there, it's a very big yoga. And Saturn behind Venus, I mean, Saturn gives its energy to Venus. Venus is also all about the show world, the business world. It's all about juggling with 3 or 4 balls together and getting this energy of Saturn. Saturn Venus together in Taurus itself is a very big Raj Yoga, which makes a person a millionaire by all means. Now Saturn and Venus from its ninth house has Mars and Rahu. Now, therefore, there's a combination of Saturn, Venus, Mars, and Rahu. Saturn and Mars and Saturn, Venus, Mars, and Rahu, I will not go in details, but whenever they are in 5th, 9th to each other, it makes a person very obstinate in nature. He'll be absolutely obstinate. I mean, if he wants to do a thing, he will do it. What may come, that is what it shows. Saturn, Mars also shows that a person he will walk and he will walk with people. And suppose he doesn't like him or whatever situation or people. I mean, when I say people, also put situations there. He may just walk. He may not like the situation and just get away. And once he gets away, he will not get back to that particular person. That's a very important part of the nature which is there in his horoscope. Venus and Rahu also shows that he would be attracted towards glamour and the show world. Mars and Saturn shows guts, and Mars and Rahu shows obstinacy. And so it's a pure and pure horoscope of a very a man who is absolutely clear in what has to be done, very obstinate in what needs to be achieved. A person who is very difficult when it comes to doing when he comes to do his execution of work in his professional life. It is very difficult for you to assess what he is thinking and what he is doing. That's what Mars and Rahu in Capricorn does. You don't know the glass is half full or half empty, and also you do not know what is the strategy which is brewing. It could be cold on the top and hot down below. That's what it happens. So net, it shows the horoscope shows of a very firm, intelligent person who you do the thing, a very big planner, a person whose execution capabilities will not be straight execution. Whenever Mars is Rahu, a person does not execute things, executes his things in a way which is out of the box. The person others will not understand what he is actually thinking when he is talking about his execution and what he is thinking to do. They are big. He'll always think out of the box, very differently, and also do it very aggressively. That will also be the passion will also be there in his personal life. Sun and Mercury together also makes him a person who would be interested in working with the governments with respect to contacts, computers, and communication. These 3 C's would be very important for him. He would be a very important emotional support to the to the king, to the person be in power. And if I look at his horoscope in terms of this thing from 48 to 60, his horoscope is excellent, where he would rise with some turbulences here and there, but generally, he would be on the path of rise. These 12 years of his would be a path of rise, where net he would be going up in life, and where the depositor is Mars. So all the things which I've told you, that Mars and Rahu, his major thing would be to execute and think out of the box, leading to huge amount of money through Saturn and Venus, which he would invest into contacts, computers, communication, and with the government. That's the way things will work, as far as I see, for the next 12 years till his age of 60. He would be a strategist. He would do things in a very, actually may not look like that way, but because we don't know his lagna, but he would be a strategist who would be working deeply inside, thinking inside, planning. I mean, whatever I've seen him, in terms of his videos and all, looks to be, but a very deep thinker who would think very deeply, and then plan and execute his things. Very secretive in nature, and and plan and execute things in a very shrewd way, in a way which nobody would understand what he is doing. Seemingly on the up, they would look as if they are they are like very difficult to guess what he is doing. Seemingly it would be a man smiling and laughing, but behind the smile and laugh would be a lot of depth, a lot of thought which would go in, because that is what Jupiter shows, which is in the sign of which is the sign of Scorpio. In our Nadi system, the 3rd, 5th, 9th, and 11th have a relationship. So your 3rd, 5th, 9th, and 11th have 3rd and 11th have a relationship, which also Jupiter Ketu, which also shows the cut in the family. I mean, that is his family. I will not go into those personal things at all. But the 5th and the 9th here really, with the relationship with the 3rd, shows that he will be able to execute his things very smoothly, and in a way that which should not lead to any kind of negativity. So that's important. Very, very powerful horoscope from that aspect. Now, coming to the recent, and since 48 to 60, I've told you, is a good period where he would be bold, he would take decisions, will not misfire. So 48 to 60 is a good period. Coming to the period now, at the moment, till May 27 is an excellent period, where he would do a lot of planning, solid thinking, planning for his business in the future, planning his finances, planning his partnerships, planning, laying the foundation stone for himself in a different way. That would happen till about April, May. After that, 2025 May to 2026, it will be more of a relationship with the government. He would be communicating on behalf of the government, doing things, focus would be on computers. That is, when I say computers, you take AI to everything into consideration. That would be his focus: contacts, communication, and a role in the government. And Gemini is also a very important advisory role, which he would do well, because at the end of the day, Mercury is with Sun, Mercury together make Mars. It becomes like a Mars, and therefore he would he would be doing extremely well there. The other sign of Gemini is Virgo, which has no planet, and the year after that, that is 2025, 2026, 2026 to 2027 will be a period when I assume that astrologically, with my limited knowledge, he would be able to establish himself and his empire and his supremacy in a very structured way, and also perhaps go to the masses. He would cut some flabs. There will be some cutting, some dissection which would be done, which he would do in the year of 2026 May to 2027 May. The idea would be to dissect things, to cut things. It would be with respect to masses. It would be a aggressive demeanor as far as his profession is concerned. It would be masses and people. It would be masses and people which with whom he will interact and be benefited out of the whole thing. The benefit also will be to the seat of government, that is, the government will also benefit because of that. So 26-27 will be a period where I again repeat the word cutting, dissection, changes, making silos, leaving some people, getting some new people inside, a very aggressive mode of behavior. Executing his policies with aggression, all that which I explained to you initially, will come into play. His obstinacy, his aggression, his wanting to do will come into play, and that will be both for the masses as well as for his own business. Somewhere it will also be he would benefit, or the seat of power, that is because the sign of Leo, the depositor of moon here where Jupiter transits is going to be in Leo, which is the seat of power. Moon is there, so there would be benefits there. But after 2027 to 2028 would be a period which would be a tough period. It will be a period where a lot of things which have happened, and good things which have happened in say 2025 to 26, 2026 to 2027, 2027 May to 2028 May will be a period when he will have to he will be actively involved with the government. 2027-28 will be a period which will be a tough period of changes, period of challenges, period of anxiety, and not an easy period with respect with respect to issues with his strategy, government, etc., etc. He would have to change things and correct things. Maybe ultimately he gains, but that we will see. 2027 to 2028 would be a period of very personally net would be a tough period. With this, I end the video of my analysis of Mr. Musk. Thank you very much. 2027-28 is a period where he should is a time to watch, and we would perhaps talk at that time. Thanks. Bye for now.